You've said someone's name 3 times. They're 2 feet away. Headphones aren't even in. And they didn't hear a single word. You think they're ignoring you. You're wrong. Their brain did something stranger. Something scientists can actually measure on a brain scan in real time. It's called inattentional deafness. And by the end of this video, you'll never accuse anyone of not listening the same way again. Later in this video, I'm going to show you the exact experiment where a man walked through a room for 19 full seconds, saying the same 4 words over and over, and depending on what people were paying attention to, some of them never heard him at all. Stick around because the reason this happens might be happening to you right now, today, without you knowing it. You've probably seen this one. A video plays. People pass a basketball back and forth. You're told, count the passes. Somewhere in the middle, a person in a full gorilla costume walks straight through the game, thumps their chest, and walks off. Roughly half the people watching never see it. Not because the gorilla is subtle. It beats its chest. It's impossible to miss, unless your brain has decided it isn't worth processing. This is inattentional blindness, and it's one of the most famous findings in psychology. But here's the question almost nobody asks. If your eyes can miss something that obvious, what can your ears miss? So a pair of researchers built the audio version. They set up a room with 2 conversations happening at once. 2 women talking on one side, 2 men talking on the other. Participants were told to focus on just one of those conversations. And partway through, a man walked straight through the middle of the room, repeating clearly, over and over, "I am a gorilla," for 19 seconds straight. Here's the part that should stop you. If people were focused on the men's conversation, 90% of them noticed the gorilla voice. But if they were focused on the women's conversation, only 30% noticed. Same room, same 19 seconds, same impossible-to-miss phrase. The only thing that changed was which conversation their brain had locked onto. For most of them, the gorilla simply didn't happen. Here's where it gets interesting, because this isn't just a weird psychology trick. Scientists have actually watched it happen inside a working brain. Researchers at UCL put people in a brain scanner, gave them a visual task, and played tones in the background. When they cranked up how demanding the visual task was, something remarkable showed up on the scan. The brain's response to sound, measurably, physically, dropped. Not the person chose to ignore it. The auditory processing itself got quieter, turned down, suppressed. Think of your attention like a single pipe of water, and vision and hearing are both trying to draw from it. When your eyes need more, there's less left over for your ears. This isn't just a way of describing it. It's what the brain scans actually showed happening. That means when someone is deep in a video game, scrolling their phone, reading something intense, their ears aren't lying to them when they say, "I didn't hear you." Their brain quietly rerouted the water somewhere else. And this isn't just a cute fact for your next dinner party. Researchers who study this point to exactly where it could matter most. A surgeon, so locked into a procedure, might not hear a monitor alarm going off inches away. A driver, so focused on a GPS screen, might not register a siren until it's almost on top of them. A pedestrian texting might step off a curb without hearing anything wrong. Not from recklessness, but because their brain was already at capacity. Even something as small as a parent calling a kid's name for the 5th time while they're locked into a screen, that might be the exact same mechanism you just heard about. So what do you actually do with this? First, stop assuming ignoring means intentional. If something's safety critical, don't rely on sound alone. A tap on the shoulder beats a louder voice, because the problem was never volume. Second, if you're the one doing something high stakes, driving, cycling, operating anything dangerous, know that stacking visual demand on top of visual demand is quietly costing you your hearing in that moment. Not permanently, but right when you need it most. And third, just knowing this exists changes something. The moment you're aware your brain can do this, you start noticing it happening to you in real time. That awareness alone closes some of the gap. So go back to that moment at the start. Someone said your name 3 times and you didn't hear it. You weren't rude. You weren't distracted in the way you think. For those few seconds, some part of your brain made a choice you didn't consciously make. It decided your eyes mattered more than your ears. and it shut the sound down to prove it. Next time that happens to someone you love, before you get frustrated, ask what their eyes were doing. If this messed with your head a little, that's the goal. Subscribe, because next I'm diving deep into why the hardest job for your brain isn't what you think, and it's even weirder than this one.